Hi, I'm Wayne, and this is Regina, and we're Mileage Varies. Join us as we transition into full-time RV life and follow our motto of start small and start now. We thought we would do an introductory video to introduce you to us and our channel and what we want to do with it, what our plans are. So I'm Wayne.
I'm Regina.
And I have led a slightly adventurous life. I wouldn't say I've been overly adventurous, but I've been in the military on B-52s. I was a crew member on B-52s. I've worked in oil and gas in Saudi Arabia and Africa and Trinidad and Tobago and Gulf of Mexico and kind of around. I've visited a lot of the world's airports, but not a lot of the world. We've been planning since we got married. We've been married 15 years. And since we got married, we've been wanting to do something, to get out of the rut and the same old thing, working the same old job, and just so exhausting. When I worked offshore, I worked 30 days on, 28 days on, 28 days off for the most part. So I had time off to do stuff. And now that kind of went away when the oil tanked in 2016. So I took a factory job. And while I don't mind the job, it's automotive manufacturing, and it's just so stressful. Just constant pressure and stress. And so we had said about a year ago, that we were gonna, in 10 years, we're gonna quit and go on the road. We're gonna get an RV and we're gonna travel around the U.S. and we're gonna see state parks, national parks, and just explore the country. And 10 years seemed to be too long. So when did we decided this during COVID, didn't it? It was kind of when I was home.
Well, just to give you guys a little background first, I'm Regina, and I am semi-retired. I've worked in law enforcement for about 2 decades, and now I do some genealogy research on the side and planning on doing some writing. But this is something we have always talked about doing. We both love outdoors. We do a lot of hiking and backpacking because we live in western North Carolina, so there's mountains here and beautiful trails. So we've always tried to make the most of that, and we really love being outdoors. And so we decided that when we retire, as Wayne said, that we were going to start camping with an RV, and maybe even start full-time RVing, at least maybe for a few years. And just see all the places that we've always wanted to see. A lot of national parks, state parks, a lot of the United States, and maybe even some Canada and Alaska, places that that we've always wanted to visit. And so we decided, okay, well, we're going to set a goal of 10 years, and when we retire, this is what we're going to do. However, about a year ago, my father, who also had decided to wait until he retired, way past his retirement. He's in his 70s. He had always wanted to buy a house at the lake where he could just boat and fish and just piddle around. And after he retired, he ended up getting a second career and did that for quite a few years. And then he said, okay, this is it. I'm retiring the second time. I'm going to go get my little place on the lake. And he bought the place on the lake, and then not even a month later, he got diagnosed with what kind of cancer was it? Not pancreatic.
It was prostate.
Prostate cancer. And so even though he's had this place down there, he's tried to do as much as he could. He's been having to go back and forth to the VA and to the hospital for cancer treatments and radiation, and he's been having heart issues, and he's had a heart attack, and he had to have stents put in his heart. There's been like one medical issue after another. So he really, because he waited so long and late in his life, he really now hasn't had enough time to really enjoy his retirement dream. And that was kind of really a big wake-up call for Wayne and I, because we're like, well, I'm 50, he's 54, almost 54. And so
you had to get that in there, didn't you?
But you know, we're not getting any younger, and we just saw that, and we're like, we don't want that to be us. We don't want to have to wait until we're in our 60s or maybe early 70s, like my dad, before we can, you know, really pursue our dream and do what we want to do. So we decided that we were going to make a plan and do everything that we could do to make it happen sooner. And one of the things that we've been able to do, our house is paid for. Although we probably will not be selling our house as we're RVing, because my mother, who's elderly, still lives there with our son. So they will probably stay in the house. But we did manage to pay off, you know, all of our credit card debt. I still have some student loans. We have the tow vehicle finance, which is the truck we're in right now, which is a Ford F-150, which just bought yesterday. Love it. And so, you know, we have this plan in place, and we're trying to take those steps, and now it's looking like we can maybe start as early as spring of next year, and that would be March or April of 2021. And so that's our goal.
It just doesn't seem, you know, we just got thinking, it just doesn't seem fair. You work so hard your whole life to pay stuff, and what good does it do you? I mean, yeah, you get stuff, and yeah, you have to have a house, and you have to have it, but man, 2 weeks, 3 weeks off a year, is that, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like living.
It wasn't living to us.
No. So we took the money out of retirement and paid off some stuff, and why can't we go travel around the country? And I mean, our plan is to start, we have some money saved up, so we have some money that we can start off on and kind of enjoy ourselves for a few months, however long it is, a few months or a year, and then start work camping. Because I mean, I always like a change, you know, a change of scenery, a change of job or whatever. So we can go work somewhere for a few months, and then maybe take 3 or 4, how many ever months off, and go to the next job. It's really no different to me. I'm just paying off the things that I really need. So the truck, camper, that's in our, you know.
And the thing that we thought about is, you know, we're going to just go next year. We're going to see how far the money that we actually have saved up will take us. Maybe one full camping season, from maybe March to October, maybe. And then we'll just see what's left. We're hoping to do the YouTube channel. Maybe we'll get some sponsors for that. I don't know. But we're also going to be, you know, doing some books about our adventures. I've always wanted to write. I've always kind of put writing on the back burner, and I really love fantasy books and paranormal books and mysteries and things like that. So I'm probably gonna try my hand at writing and see if I can, you know, maybe self-publish some books, along with maybe doing some genealogy classes and things online, possibly as we're going. So we're just gonna have to play it by ear and see how it goes, and see, you know, what happens, and maybe if the book thing and the YouTube channel works out by the end of next year, then perhaps we can, you know, go another year. But if not, we're perfectly okay with stopping during the winter, or, you know, seasonally, and working part-time somewhere, or, you know, working between or doing work camping, so we can fund the next 3 months or 6 months, or, you know, half, 3/4 of a year, however long that money will take us. So that's kind of what our plan is right now.
Yeah, and I'm working on a book. I'm trying to kind of document our process. So we've learned a lot. We've researched a lot. I didn't grow up around campers, but I've been around them a lot. My ex-father-in-law used to camp every winter. They would go for 3 to 6 months and be gone. So I learned a lot about campers from him, and he had dozens, I mean, a lot of them that I can remember, and I've helped him work on them. So I'm pretty confident. I know how campers work, and I know how to fix stuff, and I know things you should look at, things like that. So we're in the process of that right now, and oh my God.
Yeah, that'll be the subject of yet another video.
Several videos probably, because it's just so hard to decide. It's easy to find one you like. It's easy to find one you don't like. It's hard to find the one.
Yeah. Well, we'll save that for another video. We just wanted to take the opportunity to kind of introduce ourselves to you, and hopefully this will be the first of many, many more videos to come.
Yep.